All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another session here. Just working on some GTA 5 in an invite-only session, just to kind of working on trying to accumulate some money and get my level up here. Um, One of the things I've run into that I cannot figure out, I've been looking online. I have 4 technicians assigned so far. I've got a technician assigned, got the cash creation, South American imports, what's the gun running? Sporting goods. Um, yeah, there's 4 businesses altogether that I have with 4 technicians. And the thing I've noticed is I've been playing this for like a couple days. I set up the cocaine lockup or cocaine business a few days ago.
You're terrifying! Just give me a second!
Does anybody know
hope you
why
sleep
it
well
does this
tonight.
too? Every time I go to deposit cash, I hear the cashier talking about robbing them when all I'm doing is dropping my money off, and then everything just goes
Do I
back
have
to
a minute to
normal.
talk about
It
my
happens every time I
Telephone
come into
social
this
media
store.
needs?
So anyhow, the issue that I'm having is that there's no money being made in the
I
South
was
American
being
imports.
facetious. You
I'm not getting
corporate
any cargo
fuckwit. You're
created,
calling
and
me on my
I
fucking
have a
cell phone.
technician assigned to it, and just nothing. So I've tried swapping technicians. I've tried, you know, changing out which one's doing what. So far, no good. So I'm actually going to try heading up to the cocaine lab, and it's not a close business. This one's pretty far away. And I've seen many different things like, well, if you just go and buy supplies, but then again, the whole idea of the running the businesses through the nightclub is that you get the technicians to source all of that. So it's not like I have to keep, doing these resupply missions back, ooh, back at the business. I don't have to go to my bunker, which I'll tell you what, I made the mistake. The very first thing that I bought was one of the gun running bunkers, and I bought it way out in the middle of nowhere, and it is so inconvenient. It's not near anything that I have. It's not even that close to my motorcycle club. I don't know about anybody else, but when I first got into this, my entry was coming in and getting the motorcycle club and running some of those missions. Honestly, those missions, I think maybe the best one paid $20,000, and it just wasn't really worth it. I don't even bother with the missions anymore. The only reason I still have the motorcycle club is so I can open up some of these businesses. So yeah, I mean, I opened up the South American imports, the cocaine lab, using the motorcycle club president. So now when I set myself up as a SecurServ president and I'm looking on the map, I don't even see the cocaine business. The only time I see that is when I'm an MC president. So I don't think the cargo's only going to communicate. The cargo's only going to be created if I'm a motorcycle club president. That doesn't make sense, because most of the time I operate as a SecurServ CEO, because I can go to my business, I can do the export goods mission from my office. I have a lot more money-making opportunities running as a SecurServ CEO. So I don't know, I'm just going to go over and check this thing out. I mean, I set it up, and I didn't buy any supplies because it was my understanding, at least with the other businesses, that I really didn't need to. Although with my cargo business, the warehouse, I have a warehouse right next to my nightclub. I do run side missions out of there. I don't have the best vehicles for it, but I do run those missions as well as having my technicians sourcing cargo. Don't know if anybody else does that. Let's see what's happening. Like, Do I really need to buy? I mean, I'll do it if I have to. It looks like everybody's just kind of sitting around doing nothing. All right. Yep, obviously that the staff is here. I don't know, I'll try it. We're gonna find a combination here that works. I got 548,000. I mean, I even have stock. Why is it suspended? I don't want to just shut it down. Okay, so why is it suspended? Do I need to sell something? All right, let's just try this one. I don't know. I'm confused.
We on? Okay. It's a boat drop. Products loaded and waiting. They'll pay more for it if you get it to them quick, so get on over to the dock.
Okay, enter the boat. I've seen all kinds of online suggestions, from running a mission to shutting down the club and restarting it. I mean, I hate the idea of shutting it down and losing my stock. So let's go sell something. I'm not an expert at this game. I'm only, what, level 54? Something like that. But I do check the Reddit posts, and I do check some of the online forums, because there's a lot of good information there. Honestly, it took me forever just to get to level like 21, because I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of running around and just doing nothing that really made money in game. So I'm trying to do a little better here. The nightclub seems to be a really good passive business for anybody who's I'm sure if you're like anybody else that plays the game, you check out all the really good YouTubers out there who have just tons of info. I'm not necessarily the best source. I'll show some of the solutions that I've had. I had one thing that happened to me today. I went to the nightclub safe. I had $50,000 that was available. I opened the safe, walked up to it, as I always do, and the money never came out. And my only option was to, whoops, I'm talking too much, I'm missing the boat. The only option I had was to close the safe again. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, but one of the suggestions I saw online was just to go to another session. And I was in an invite-only session because I was just trying to, make some money and not get attacked like I always do, or have the griefers come after me. So yeah, I ended up, what I did is I just went to a new session. I went to another invite-only session, and as soon as I did that, walked back to the safe, I was able to open it. So if anybody else sees that glitch, you might just want to try going to another session, and at least in my case, it resolved itself. Alright, I only got 27 minutes to do this, and it's kind of a crapshoot with me and some of these missions. Man, I just had one where I had to drop off a bunch of cargo from a plane. I've done the mission a couple times, and I usually get it, but the one time I just flat out crashed the plane. I was trying to stay low under the police radar, and I crashed. And the very last time I did the mission, I ended up clipping some trees, but I was able to pull out of it, and I actually ended up making all 3 deliveries. And I absolutely could not believe that I did it. I actually did it. And honestly, there was one with the cargo bob where I had to drop off the ship at a barge. Wow, we're way out here. I had to drop off the cargo van on a barge with the cargo bob helicopter. It's way out here. Let's go swim out to it. And when I did it, I was kind of high and ended up dropping the van. And I thought, oh man, I'm done. I dropped the van, and then I crashed the chopper into the water, and I still got credit. I actually had to swim away to leave the area, and it worked. So where am I going? Oh, okay, we got drop-offs. Oh my god, I got 5 drop-offs. That's the other thing with these MC missions. You gotta do a lot of work for very little money. Instead of the 3 drop-offs, they want it to be 5. Oh, I'm gonna hit these rocks. Better watch out that I don't hit any of these rocks. Dang. Alright, well we got 25 minutes to do this. Let's see what happens. Where is my closest one? Looks like I got one right up here in the yellow. At least I hope I'm following the right yellow light. So yeah, my channel's kind of crazy. I play a lot of different games. I'm mostly like a military historical wargamer type person. This isn't going to attack me. Alright. And I play a lot of those games. But then I also play some of the crazier stuff like this, which typically you might think of a wargamer as not playing a game like this. GTA. But I'll tell you what, it's kind of interesting because I went on one of the first dose mission, which I guess if you want to start up the acid lab, you have to do these 6 missions. So I actually thought, oh, I'll just do it by myself. Well, I almost made it through the very first one. I got through to the point where I had to go and get the RV, and what I had to do, take a boat across the lake and get to the RV, try to get to it. I took out 34 of the enemy before I got wasted, and all I did was I stayed right down by the water, by the rock, and I used the rocks for protection, and then I let them come to me, and I would just pick them off one by one, because obviously, you know, one player character is not going to take on 30 or 40 of these guys. Man, I've only done 2 drop-offs so far. So we're going to find out if this makes any difference whatsoever. Uh-oh, there's a rock up here. I see it. Very dark. I hit those rocks, I'm probably done. Now I could probably try just to deliver part of the goods and then get back, but I don't know. Well, let's see if we can do all 5 without dying. I'm not that confident. This is the first mission that I've tried to run, and I'm doing this as an MC president. I did get to do a really cool heist yesterday. I went to my upscale apartment where I have the heist office. I ended up joining as a crew member with, I can't remember the person's name, but it was like level 500 and something. And that was crazy. He was really good. I felt embarrassed because I was driving. And I actually did okay, but I was nervous because, like, I was level 50 or something at the time, playing a heist with a second guy who's level 500, and, like, you kind of have this inferiority complex, at least I do. Why sometimes I don't play the heists because, I don't know, I'm very self-conscious. There we go. Very self-conscious. Alright. So, do I just try to take this boat back somewhere? Good Lord, where do I go? I have no idea where I left my motorcycle anymore. All the way up here. Well, is it gonna let me do this or not? So far I'm heading out to sea. I need to turn left and go up. Alright, gotcha. It's not letting me really do the waypoints here like I wanted to. I guess I could call for the $5,000 luxury chopper. But I had an issue with that too, trying to use the menus and...
LJT here. When we met online all that time ago, I thought this one's going places. This one's got ambition. But you can't go it alone. You want to take this business to the next level, you gotta hire more staff. Delegate, ramp up production. You get those bodies, you'll see real gains. Believe me. Okay, I'm out. Cryptocurrency received, so I guess we have a sale. Transferring now. Long John over.
Now, am I going to be able to make money out of the nightclub on this? Because I really don't want to have to come back here and do missions. If you see where I bought the cheapest cocaine production facility that I could get, and so the location is not the greatest. But my intention was to never run it out of the business directly, but to really do it all out of the nightclub. Let the technicians source the income. I'm paying them a lot of money, and then go off and do other things. So yeah, I mean, if you happen to be a GTA player and you want to give me some great advice, I will definitely if you want to be listed here on the channel as having given me advice, man, I'll tell you what, even if you've got your own channel, if you do have a channel and you want to mention, I'll mention it. Because I'm just playing to have fun. You know, I'm not really expecting to ever be super high level in this game. Alright, we're going to try to go around. I want to get back to my motorcycle without dashing on these rocks. I don't know if I should go this way or not. I'm going to miss one of these. Oh, I should have went out and around. I'm going to be dodging these things. Yeah. Let's go around this rock. So I don't know if anybody else has had any crazy glitches that they've seen in this game. I've definitely seen the issue with not being able to get money out of the safe in the nightclub. It's only happened to me one time out of I can't even tell you. I've made like over $3 million already on this nightclub in total, with probably a good percentage of that coming out of the nightclub itself. I've made more from the nightclub than I have in businesses yet, because I've only got 4 businesses so far. That's all I can afford, and I have, so I've got 4 technicians, and I have not bought the equipment upgrade yet. I've got the security upgrade, and I bought the staff upgrade to try to keep my popularity in check. And I've heard a lot of back and forth on the security thing. Love to get people's opinion, but I've heard people say it's useless because other players cannot really go into your nightclub. Your weapons wheel is disabled, so you can't really attack another person inside their nightclub. You can't attack their patrons. You can attack their missions outside of the nightclub, but you can't really do anything to them inside. But the way I understand it is, it's not so much about that. I don't think Rockstar did a great job explaining it as far as the game menu. But my understanding is it has more to do with raids. Like if the cops come, apparently if you have a certain percentage of cargo that you haven't taken care of, or product that you haven't taken care of. Let's see, where exactly are we going to go? We're going to go back to the business. But my point there about the security upgrade was that apparently there's some kind of a timer that starts if you are, say if you're away from your business, if you're away from the nightclub for so many hours, maybe doing a mission, that kind of thing, that this timer starts and then you have a better chance of being raided. And I've heard it said that if you have the security upgrade, it's supposed to double the length of that timer. So my understanding is it's more about reducing the chance of being raided, which that's actually a good thing because I don't know what I would lose being raided. I've heard people say, well, the Solomon's records get stolen, or his vinyls get stolen, and you have to go back and find them, that type of thing. But you mean I could potentially see losing a whole bunch of money out of a safe or whatever. So I hate those raids, honestly. I really do. Funny thing is, since I've started running my businesses out of the nightclub, I haven't noticed as many raid attempts like on my counterfeit cash business. That could also be a factor of how many public sessions I've been in versus invite only. Maybe that's a factor too, because I don't know. At least in these invite only sessions, I have not had one raid in hours and hours of play. I've gone from like level 32 to 55 and not experienced a single raid. Yeah, I did hit one of those stash houses yesterday. I misunderstood that. I thought it was a place where you could go and sell product, but I guess you can break in there and find the post-it note, the little yellow post-it note, and you find the combination, and then you can open the safe. And I don't even remember how much money it was. It wasn't like any fantastic amount. It might have been $5 grand, $8 grand, $10 grand, I don't know. But it was something. So I raided one of them yesterday. Alright, I just want to see if this business is still suspended or not. And then I kind of want to just show you on the map. Like this, I believe this business cost me $875,000. Again, it was the cheapest of the cocaine lockups. I believe in my Xbox account I also own this business, which is it's one reason I get highly confused, because sometimes I've confused what I have in my Xbox account with what I have on my PC account. All right, let's see where we stand here. This doesn't tell me everything I need to know. Looks like everybody's still sitting around, which... Do I have to hire more staff? Like, what's the missing element here? I see nobody working. How do I change this? I'm gonna try to just restart it. I've already sold. I am stuck. All right, well, I don't really have a great answer here. My only guess is that I've been playing mostly as a, God, I really don't want to buy supplies. Let's just go ahead and do it anyway. I'm not going to shut it down again. I'm going to try... Somebody was suggesting that you can go to a public session and then play as an MC president. So let's try it. I don't know. Like, nobody's doing anything. Maybe it's because I've been playing. Let's try going to an online session. Well, maybe we'll get some excitement here because I'll probably get wasted by a griefer. I've had issues where I've come into these sessions and I automatically end up in somebody's heist, which I've never asked to do. And I've also had situations where I'm attacked by people and they put a cage around me. I mean, there must be some crazy mods and hacks that some people have. I kind of find them annoying because they just kind of really make the game unenjoyable, and they just make me have to go find another public session. Maybe one of the reasons why I typically stay out of public sessions. Well, it's going to take me back to the nightclub, I'm sure, where I'm nice and safe. So I am an MC president. And by the way, I figured out how to turn off the music so I don't hear the radio anymore while I'm playing. Because I did get some copyright, not necessarily, no, I'm not even monetized, but I did get some copyright notifications through YouTube that certain songs were being played. I forgot all about that. That was definitely not an intentional thing on my part. So you can see my popularity in the lower right is pretty good. Every time a mission comes up, you know, they're really boring, but, you know, if you take a VIP to the hospital, if you throw the guy out puking in the restroom, or, you know, arguing with the bar staff. See, so there I am. Nightclub earnings, $2,825,000. My warehouse earnings so far, they're only $344,000. I'm probably not going to see anything on South American imports yet. But my issue is that this has never changed. No cocaine. Of course, I have no cocaine to sell. But the cash creation's producing, cargo and shipments, sporting goods is producing. I have 4 technicians. You know, I've got this guy. And what I did is, originally my last guy was South American imports, but I swapped him. So this guy's cash creation. I've got cargo and shipments, and then a sporting goods. So I swapped the sporting goods and the South American imports, and, you know, tried doing like a force save, like, you know, unchecking the technicians, getting up out of the chair, getting back in the chair. So far, nothing. So, I mean, somebody tell me, how is it that my business is suspended and yet I had produced product? Was it suspended because I played as a CEO, SecurServ CEO, and not the motorcycle club technician? I don't know. Like, there may be various things that work. I don't know. So right now I'm the motorcycle club president. I could disband and go back to being the SecurServ, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to try. Let's try taking 50,000 to the bank in a public session. Let's live a little. Let's just do this for a video. Alright, so hopefully my glitch is not a problem. Yep, I got the 50,000. So, yeah, before I was not able to do that. Like, I tried it several times. I even left the building, came back in, and could not get the money out of the safe. But going to another session fixed it. Right, I'm worried here. Am I gonna get attacked by a griefer?
I don't know why downtown got so hoity-toity.
So the one thing I like about this nightclub, and I'm giving away all my secrets, which aren't that many, is I like having the ATM nearby. Make sure I have no weapon out. I've made the mistake of running in here with the gun out, and I wasn't really looking to start a fight. I was looking to deposit money. Well, I don't hear anything. This is the first time that the cashier has not said something about me robbing them. Is it because I'm an MC president? No, that's probably the first time I've ever gone in the ATM as an MC president instead of a SecurServ CEO.
Nah, never mind. What do you want?
Uh-oh.
Nothing. About to go buy some fucking bell on a gallon truck.
Assassinated. God, that drum's annoying.
I don't need a checkup.
That's killing my ears.
Call me at the place tonight.
Assassinate targets to reveal the cargo. Okay. Yeah, let's go try it. What the heck? There's probably nobody close to me. And I'm probably going to run into other players before anything else. But I'd like to try to get some playtime in here as an MC president. See if it shakes up my cocaine business at all.
Hey, girl. Let's get
Good job. Oh, shoot. The heck was that?
Damn!
Was that somebody in a jet?
Puta madre!
Sorry, dude. You don't look so good. I think my bike got trashed. Oh, my bike! That sucks. Okay, well, let's get a vehicle. Oh, I don't think I can request my chopper. One thing I do love about the CEO is that you get to... Oh, I didn't want to do that. You get to pick some really good vehicles. I think the challenge is over already. I have no idea what was sending those bombs down. Oh, here comes somebody right at me, too. Man, there's always a griefer. Alright, I don't want to scare the customers. And I've also noticed too that I can walk past Marcel, and it's not till I just enter in the club if there's actually a mission.
Boss at main entrance.
Once I get down, turn this corner,
Right now, boss.
and get into the club proper, that's about when I'll get a message. If there's some... Yep, there we go. You might want to check your office. Oh boy, I'm going to have to run somebody to the hospital. But I never turn these down because I guess the other way you can increase your popularity, if you let it run down. I've never let mine run down probably below 80–90%. But I guess if your popularity gets really low, the fastest way to get it up there again is to book another DJ. But that costs $100,000. Now I guess you do get to rebook him again for like $10,000. Oh, he's in my office. Where's he at? Oh, he's in the bed. Yeah, so I guess you get to rebook him again for $10,000, but then they don't send your popularity up that high. I mean, I guess they do, but these missions aren't that bad. They're not that hard. Now, in a public session, they're probably really tough because we're going to find out.
What?
Hey,
Because
are you looking after this passed out guy?
Well, from what I've been told, this isn't so much a taxi service as an ambulance ride, okay? Get him to the hospital.
All right, because the deal is you have to get him to the hospital, but if you spook the VIP while you're doing it, they'll jump out of the car, and then the car explodes, and then it does nothing for your popularity. So yeah, somebody can attack my popularity mission if they want to. Oh, I just ran on a curb. I don't see the spook meter up, so... But yeah, if you speed, or if you wreck, or do anything like that...
Looking at Tuesday, right?
It makes these really hard to do in a public session because I'm very vulnerable to attack right now. And I guess if somebody else is in here who's like from a rival nightclub, they could work to take me out. You know, but I have an interest in the inner workings of these games and how they're programmed, you know, what the glitches are, and what the workarounds are. I've always had a history of trying to break a game and see if there's some crazy set of actions I can do that mess it up. And I'm not talking about modding. I'm just talking about just behavior.
Oh, I just did some asking around, and this guy is a sustainability manager and an environmental consultant for Globe Oil. Do you have any idea how wealthy and sadistic those kind of people are? So yeah, please don't let him die. And if we ever needed friends with a stake in the price of gas, it's now.
Oh, I did spook the guy a little bit. Huh. The other thing is the phone. That message from Tony is the most overused one. The sustainability manager. Man, I wish they would mix up the language a little bit more. All right, so we got him there. That's going to help our popularity. Nightclub popularity has increased. So that's always a good thing. And you get like 10 grand when you do that, which is not a lot of money, but I mean, it is something. And then the car will be out here somewhere. Now, the fun part's going to be getting back home. I will have to update everybody on where the status of the nightclub...
Go to the gym!
Or not, or the status of that is. I think for now we're going to just end the video because I'm going to head back to the nightclub and see what happens, and I'll update you guys on the progress of the cocaine business.